So, what's your motivation to keep going as a leader? To like, why do you continue to? Why haven't you quit yet? That's the question.
The community really, the clan members, I would have to say, just because there's been times where I'm just like, oh man, whatever, and then it's always so nice, especially after dealing with a difficult situation, to have just a regular clan member just PM you on the forums or send you a message on Discord and say, hey, really glad to like have you back. Like when I took a little bit of an LOA at the beginning of July, like end of
Yeah.
June, and I came back and just like instantly I had a good amount of like members send me messages and say like glad to have you back around, blah blah blah. Like that's
Yeah.
just hearing that makes all the difficult situations like worth dealing with.
Definitely. Definitely. It's always the little sort of acts that members do,
Yeah,
the little fun times on the servers or anything like that just makes dealing with all the hard stuff worthwhile.
yeah.
Um,
And doing what you can to make somebody else's day better. Like I've over the past few years, I've tried to work on myself to make myself a better person, and by doing that, I found a lot of joy in making other people feel better.
yeah.
So anytime I could get a chance to put a smile on somebody's face, I really enjoy doing that.
It reminded me of Heath Ledger's Joker
Yeah,
then.
yeah, I just thought of that as well.
Put a smile on your face.
The old guy's gonna take the knife and make a smile.
Oh gosh, not that intense. Intense.
You will be happy. You will smile.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more though. It's those little moments that make everything else worthwhile. Um, so when we have like guests on the server, guests or people we've known for a while, like what's the name? That female guest who everyone was like, join, join, join. And she's still not joined. But super friendly. Like, what do you look for in guests on the server into becoming members? Like, what sort of thing are you looking for?
Um, what that would make them good members?
Yeah,
Helpfulness for one. Just a willing to communicate on pretty much. When you join the server, pretty much you get almost everybody saying, "Oh, hello, hey, hi." Just even just going as far as just saying hello, and then making even if it's just small talk conversation with other people, guests, members, whoever it is, being helpful, um,
yeah,
and not breaking rules so we can admin abuse everybody.
yeah, yeah. I couldn't agree more. The having someone who come on a guest, even if they don't apply straight away, having them talk and sort of trying to get to know the community, like that, that helps your application
Yeah.
more than anything you could do.
Oh, are you talking about Lizzie Beth?
Lizzie Beth, yeah, yeah,
I was thinking that.
like
I just didn't want to say it in hope to gain it wrong.
yeah. I couldn't think of a name, but like
Yeah, I'm like,
as a classic example,
Yeah.
she's stuck around the server, like just chatting with people, getting to know people.
Yep.
Like I guarantee, like if she applied, that'd be like an instant yes,
Yeah.
like
Most-
within a
most
day.
but of course there are always those guests that just want to hang around, and never really want to join.
Yeah,
Or-
and
or
that's
the-
fine too.
The former members that leave and still hang around. Cass, I'm
Yeah.
looking at you. No, just kidding.
Yeah, yeah. Never understood that. Um, but they're welcome to, as long as they follow the rules. Yeah. So I think we've covered this really before, but why are you so obsessed with Sith throughout ranks? I think we've covered that pretty well. So yeah.
I would just to touch up a little bit on it is when I was in the AFL, in my mind, they had a very good system with Sith ranks because you're going to get people that want to switch back and forth. It's inevitable. Somebody's going to join the Jedi's and they're going to rank up once or twice, and they're going to be like, oh, I should have been a Sith, or vice versa. But
Yeah.
what they did is, I mean, anytime somebody wanted to switch, you would have to get it approved, and you would start back at the lowest rank, and that was it. If every time you switched, you went back to the lowest rank, you didn't accumulate, or you didn't go to like the gosh, what's the word?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, you don't
Yeah.
go to, like, say, Guardian or...
You don't go
Yeah.
to the equivalent of the other side, basically.
Equivalent, yes.
That's how it was back in my old clan way back in HJK. The problem is, though, we had 3 leaderships. One for Sith, one for Jedi, and then the clan in general.
Oh wow.
So
See-
so if you wanted to switch between both, you had to get permission of both sides, both factions before
Oh
you switch.
wow.
But then it was up to the leader of that one if you started from the bottom or you got the equivalent.
How it worked in AFL was you had, we had the main leader, the one leader, and then you had the council, and the Jedi had a set number of council, and the Sith had a set number of council, but they worked together, much kind of like our council. It just, title wise, they were separated by Sith and Jedi. So
Yeah, HJK sort of went like that. Each faction had the leader, then they had their council, and then you had the leadership. But sometimes included the faction leaders as well, but sometimes it didn't. Like me, I had to work 2 years for that.
oh my.
When somehow everybody on the Jedi always got to that position before me. I hated it. Though to be fair, I think a lot of them donated their way to that position. That was just how things worked back then.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
but I would like to say leaderships like that tend to kind of fail in the end because there's just too much people leading things.
Yeah.
I think in terms of Jawa, the only way I can personally see it being done is in a sort of role place kind of way.
I was sort of thinking maybe mix the ranks, maybe have a mixture, but I don't know if that'll work either because it has to have a good flow to it as well.
Yeah, and we're not very Sith-like. It's like that. The only way I can see it working is sort of like a role play style thing where people can wear their Sith or Jedi things on certain days.
Maybe in October, since that's the month of Halloween, people could wear Sith rings all month long.
Hmm.
But only for
Be a
that
way
one
to do
month.
it. Could be a way to do it. I mean, like I said, we don't like doing things the same as any other clan. We need to be as original as possible.
Which is why it's going to take a really good idea for it to be.
Which is why, yeah, it'll have to be an amazing idea where it convinces both leaders.
Since Sith rings are a bit touchy. People have wanted this for a long, long time, and it's been denied every single time.
If anything, as close to... I mean, I have worked on... I've got a few different ideas at the moment for sort of role-play style event kind of things. And a Sith Jedi thing has actually been on there called Pathways, and it is sort of halfway done, which it's sort of on the back burner at the moment. But that was started based on the idea of the Sith ranks. How to incorporate Sith ranks without incorporating Sith ranks. If that makes sense.
Now that I think of it, isn't Lord technically the only Sith rank that we actually have?
I mean, there was the Jedi Lords as well at
Yeah.
one point.
Though to be fair, only most Siths are really called Lord, name. It's kind of rare to hear have a Jedi be called, Lord something like Lord.
But then
Kenobi,
you've
for
also
example.
got like lords of like governments and
Well, I guess
of the crown, and
it's royal.
it's not necessarily a Sith rank, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, and Time Lords. So yeah, okay then. So I guess that brings us back to another question. Why'd you wear a mask? Why are you obsessed with masks on your skin?
What's he hiding?
What lies underneath the mask? Because I skinned that mask.
Yeah.
I know what lies underneath it. But what truly lies under the mask?
I'd actually like a couple more variations added on here eventually. But I've always that's always what I've kind of liked in it because you only get one face, but unless you're just one of those players that constantly changes skins. But with masks, you can change it up so much, and it also adds like kind of like an air of mystery to your character. And I've just always fancied like masks, or it's like a hood that's too dark that you can't see into. Something, even if it's like just a mask that covers your mouth and like up to your nose a little bit.
Diab.
Well,
I've just
fair,
always
my skin's damage noises will scare people.
I've just always thought they were really cool looking. So, and then I came across that one skin that had two masks, one on the front of his face and one on the back of his head. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yep.
I bet you if you take off that mask, he has another mask under it.
I put my face underneath it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
The
God,
one face.
Oh my God, he's a Nightwing clone.
The one face that was on the old version of the skin that I don't use as much now was pretty horrifying. It was pretty funny looking. I can pretty much guess what the face under the new model Nightwing made me looks like because I recognize the model it was made from.
I don't even remember what model I used. But I think I changed the face a little bit anyway. I told you I put my logo underneath.
Well, if you ever want to tinker with it some more, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, just let me know what you want and I'll add it to my list.
Oh, okay.
Got like 4 different requests.
I've not been wanting to ask you because I know you've had a lot on your plate, but I guess I will now.
My own worst enemy with that shit.
In the weirdest way, Nightwing is like the plastic surgeon of Jawa. He'll make your skin just how you want it to be.
Dr. Wingenstein.
You need to start taking donations.
And I need to set up my own Patreon. Pay me, people. Pay me. £3 a month and I'll give you as many skin updates as you want.
Oh my goodness. Then you start getting messages from JK Hub.
It's like
I would never skin for JK Hub. I'm not that good.
It's like
I'd get criticized so much. I'm honestly not that good compared to some of the skinners over there, like crazy. But yeah. Okay then. So, what was your goals when you first joined the clan? When you first joined the council, and like now as your leader, achieving the highest rank possible in the clan. Sort of how have your goals developed, and what are your current goals?
Well, when I first joined, I always kind of knew that I wanted to, contribute more than just being like the regular member. And so I went with event planners, and then after that, they had the council applications. I remember they had the council applications where Frosty got in May.
Yeah.
And then I believe it was we were doing a meet and greet, the clan meet and greet, and it was my turn. I was sitting in the fire and everything, and somebody asked me where did I see myself in a year in Jawa, and I said I'd like to be a council member. And then you gave me like a pretty cool answer. I don't know, kind of, they gave me a bit of a snub, but it was all right. And then sure enough, the next ones came around, and then I got in the council, and then after that, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna contribute. I never really thought at first about going into leadership. I just kind of thought about contributing, maybe doing it for somewhere around a year, and then stepping down, um, something like that. But then I just got so heavily involved with event planners and then nights, and then just the responsibilities kind of grew and grew, and then eventually I was like, okay, well, if I ever get the opportunity, I'm just going to take the next step. And here I am.
Nice. So, as a leader, then, what personal goals have you got left, and what if any goals you've got for the clan as a whole that you can reveal?
Personal goals is just keeping everything running the way they were. Not running everybody off. And
Yeah.
then, goals for the clan. Let's see. Without really saying too much, the big one right now that I'm currently in process with is the big Jedi Academy anniversary tournament.
Yes.
I knew right away once Link stepped down that I wanted to personally host the next one because
Which I'm so glad for, because I really don't want to do that.
yeah, it's a good bit. It's definitely a lot of stuff going to all these little sub channels, that these little pockets almost, that little that JKA players like, where you find them in and going out and just like throwing the invitation out.
Yeah.
One future thing that I would like to do, and I talked about it a few months ago, but I wanted to get this one down first, was I'd like to start either a 2v2 or a 3v3 tournament that's open to everybody on a big scale like this one, eventually.
Yeah.
But I haven't worked out all the kinks on that one yet, so.
Copyrighted 2017 Jawa. Say it before someone nicks it. Oh.
Yeah.
Tournament's going to use the same video process, right? Like record the videos.
Yes. Well, we're doing it a bit different this year because honestly, it was absolutely ridiculous to record every single match. No offense to Link or ASD, because I know they put a lot of work into it, but it's just kind of unnecessary, and it's a lot more work than anybody really needs to be doing. And plus, there's just tons of YouTubes of unedited 5 duels where I can guarantee you most people probably watched a minute of, or the last fight or something, and probably just moved on to the next one.
Yeah,
So this year,
we're missing a lot of them.
Yeah, there are some that didn't even get recorded. So what we're doing this year is we're just recording the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the finals, which of course the finals will be streamed via the Jawa Clan Twitch.
Yeah.
And then but I've got Cassiel is working with me, and we're actually going to edit them to where, there's not the wait time where it's just somebody standing there waiting for the duelist to come back. And I don't really want to go too far into it with the edits because I'd like to make it nice, but we're doing some edits with the quarters and semis, and then the finals. We're going to kind of like, do you play Overwatch? Almost.
I played Paladins, which is similar.
Like, how they do like the highlights, and like when you're watching, like the professionals play those games, and like how they have the camera angles and all that. We're trying to do something big for the finals like that, to where it's just like puts you right into the match rather than just watching one person duel.
Nice.
So right now we have our quarter and semi edits done, and we're going to be working on a finals edit, or that's currently what we're working on, is a finals edit. So
at least it's going to help me organize the YouTube page a lot easier now.
Yes, there should only be 7 videos. So the 4 from the quarterfinals, and the 2 from semis, and then the 1 finals. So
yeah. very nice. Yeah, looking forward to seeing all that come to fruition. So glad I don't have to do anything with it. Doc recently made a really cool banner as well for it, which is nice.
Yeah, his banner is fantastic. That's real good.
Nightwing Castiel posted in the arts channel right now about, I guess, the problem he's talking about.
Let me have a quick look.
He's part of the interview now.
Oh, okay.
It's just a small wiki thing.
I thought he confused me at first. I thought he was talking about his actual forum profile, not in his wiki.
He just wasn't specific enough.
Yeah, so I just wanted him to clarify because. Okay. Yeah, someone will update that then. I'll do it if the wiki's working later. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we need to actually remember to do that on.
We've gone into a silent period.
Yeah.
Nightwing's updating his.
No, sorry. Yeah, I'm
The work
updating
never
that.
stops.
Okay. Yeah. So. I think we should cover this because we've not really covered it before. What was the origins of Bert and Ernie? How did we end up being called Bert and Ernie?
I believe it's from the secret Discord of Link and Pod, who are probably honestly the true Bert and Ernie's, but
yeah.
But it kind of got I think it just kind of got dubbed on us, and they were the cranky old men Muppets that just watch and laugh at everything, which is pretty fitting for them as well. So
Yeah.
but I believe that's where it came from.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember exactly where it came from or anything like that. I just remember it's kind of took off. There's a page. We didn't cover this with the Sith ranks actually. If you want to know any more about the Sith ranks, there's a page on the wiki called Sith ranks, which outlines.
It has the current answer right now to it.
There's something going on at the moment with the wiki. It's not working properly. Yeah.
Because the form works right now.
No. Some things aren't working properly.
What do you mean, like editing? Or pages not working?
Some pictures aren't working properly.
Oh. Maybe something on Killam's end right now.
Yeah. I'm just not going to touch anything.
It's always his fault.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So I'm the grumpy one. Jacko's the one who always does stuff.
To make you grumpy.
To make me grumpy. I like to think I'm not very grumpy.
The highly sarcastic one, which I think that's pretty fitting. I find myself very sarcastic.
Yeah.
So basically,
To the point to where
the grumpy leader and the sarcastic leader. Pick your poison, people. Who do you want to talk to for your problems?
Okay, shall we move on then? I've got 3 questions left.
All right.
How much, if any, have you told your family about Jawa, and do they think you're crazy?
Well, my family. Okay, well, for one, my fiance, she knows everything. I tell her everything, so she may not. Well, I do not go into detail with her with a lot of
There's
stuff,
certain allowances with that sort of stuff anyway.
She knows I'm a leader. She knows a lot of the stuff. When I'm busy on the computer, when I have to do something, she knows about it. She knows what I'm doing. She doesn't I don't tell her, oh, I'm busy and I go shut myself in a room. No, a couple.
I'm busy.
sounds like something Link would do nowadays.
But like my parents, not really. Like I know my parents know like I do something on the computer a lot.
What's he doing on that computer all day?
um, a couple of like my really close friends know that, not a lot, but a lot of them know that like I'm highly involved with like an online community based off a game and stuff.
Yeah.
So a couple of them know like more specific like the game and everything. Like I've shown a couple people like the wiki and something like look how dope this looks. Look at this.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, like my family all know. Like, well, no, the ones I talk to know, and they
Mhm.
understand like what I do and
Yeah.
the stresses we have to go through. The thing is, like you said, your friends kind of know,
Yeah.
but all my friends are either former council, former leaders, or former member. Like, so in terms of in real life now, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. Like they're on the outside, but they know the
Yeah.
sort of stresses
Yeah.
I go through. But yeah, I think it helps for some people to understand the sort of crap you have to deal with on a daily
Yeah.
basis. I don't. Yeah, so that's good. That at least she doesn't think you're crazy for doing it, I guess.
No, she understands, which has been very helpful with where I'm at now as well in the clan. Like, obviously, if she was not as helpful as she was or understanding, I probably wouldn't have lasted long on the council
Yeah,
because my activity like had to spike when I got on council. So
yeah. All right, cool. So kind of covered that. So I think shall we end it on a pretty nice one?
sure.
What weapon would you use to really hit it? No. What's I'd use a bat. Just, no. What's the most fun time you've ever had hitting help? No. What's the most fun time you've ever had on the server so far
Ooh, that's
that you can
hard.
recall?
Um,
It's very hard.
I've, oof, oh gosh. I've had a lot of good times on the server, especially I would say late at night when there's not a lot of high activities on, and it's you and maybe like one or two other council members, and then a few other members and maybe a guest or two.
Yeah.
That or like we were talking about earlier, like Lizzie Beth or something. Someone I guess that's been around, and you know them, and then you can kind of start playing a little bit with NPCs and Merc and stuff, and doing kind of like a random event, without having people, kind of ruin the fun.
Yeah,
Those are always a blast.
definitely.
But as for a specific time or specific moment, it's very hard to narrow down.
Which is kind of a good thing, I guess. Yeah, I think like those late nights when there's a good say 6-7 Jawa members on and not a lot of guests, or if there are guests then they're all behaving and there's just like everyone's having a laugh, they're having a joke, it's very relaxed and fun atmosphere, and especially like when everyone's on voice as well.
Oh yeah, those are good. That's like the other night when I think my fiance and son were out of town, and so it was a weekend. And I was staying up really late because usually I'll turn in when she does, and I was staying up really late, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'll get back on my computer or whatever, and looked at Discord, and there's like 10 people in voice.
Yeah.
It's like 11:30 my time. You were in it, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. I don't get as much time as I wish to go on voice, which is frustrating, but it's always fun times on voice with channel members. Oh, I just dropped all my cards. Oh, Lord in heaven.
Were you doing a magic trick?
Yeah, I tried to make a card disappear and they all just ran away.
Oof.
I was just playing with my hands so I don't bite my nails. Oh yeah, so cool. I think that brings us pretty much to the end, unless do you have any questions or anything you'd like to say or anything?
Anything I'd like to say would be highly inappropriate at this moment, so no, I will refrain.
Nobody want to let them know that you want to bludgeon them with anything.
No, I think I've picked on Helena enough today. Oh gosh.
We love you, Helena. You drive us insane sometimes, but we love you. But not in that way. Yeah, so thanks for coming, Jacko. Thanks for opening up and thanks for recording, Diab.
Yes, thank you both for having me.
Anytime.
Don't do it. Not at the end.
It's part about being a leader. You have to do it.
You have to be Harvard.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jesus.
Why else you think Link decided to split? He finally got tired of the requirements.
Such a chaotic
he probably
environment.
finally regretted making Nightwing leader.
All the innuendo every day.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you. Oh shit, I just dropped my cards again.